ಬಂದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ. Sorry guys. Yeah, let's start the session. So today I am going to cover total 90 questions, that is subtopic wise and also with related content. So roughly we have planned for 2 hours. So right now it is approximately 4:23. We will definitely complete by 6:23. Right. So let us see. Let us move to the first question. Hope you are able to see the first question, right? Which of the following is an indicator of the quality of classroom teaching? Which of the following is an indicator of the quality of classroom teaching? Standard of discipline maintained in the classroom, standard of questions raised by the students in classroom. Yes, many of you have started answering. Good. Focus on good performance during classroom interactions and pass percentage of students. Of course, undoubtedly you all are correct. The second one, that is standard of questions raised by students in the classroom. Yes. Let's move to the second one. Students usually prefer teachers who. This is also 2024 PYQ. You can see we have given the year in which it was asked. The year in which it was asked. So students usually prefer teachers who give important questions before examination. No. Who are themselves disciplined, who dictate notes in the class, who can clear their difficulties. Yes, who can clear their difficulties, subject difficulties. That is the most important criteria to like the teacher. Not just because of their discipline, not just because they give the notes in the class, or not just because they give important questions before the exam. Yeah, Savita, in this, prefer teachers who mainly teachers should able to clear the difficulties of the student. The fourth one. Let's move to the next question. Question number 3. The major characteristics of an ideal teacher is or are. This is also again 2024 PYQ. The major characteristics of an ideal teacher. Teaching the whole curriculum, yes. Helping his or her students in learning, yes. Playing the role of friend, philosopher, and guide, yes. All of the above. Yes, you all are correct. You all are correct. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 4. Children learn effectively when. Children learn effectively when. This is a 2023 PYQ from level 1. They note down mechanically the answers written by the teacher on blackboard. No. The teacher dictates the answer of the questions. No, this is also not appropriate. They answer questions asked by the teacher. The teacher promotes rote memorization. So out of these four, yes, you all are correct. The third one is the correct answer. Correct. Next, moving to the fifth question. Which one of the following is promoted by child-centered pedagogy? Which one of the following is promoted by child-centered pedagogy? It is also again 2023 PYQ. Rote memorization. This is not the appropriate answer. Categorization of students based on their ability. No. Exclusive reliance on textbooks. No. Giving importance to child experience. Yes. This will be the correct option. Yes, correct. You all are correct. Fourth option is correct option. Yeah, let us move to the question number 6. A teacher in the class is, again, this is also 2023 PYQ. A teacher in the class is president of the group, dictator of the group, guide of the group, dictator of the group. So third one is the correct option. Yes, Manogna, Ashu, Dev, Savita, you all are correct. It's a third option. Let's move to the next question. Question number 7. Which of the following statement is correct? Again, it is also a 2023 PYQ. You need to find the correct statement. Teachers can teach, students can be taught, a student can learn at its own, teachers can help students to learn better. So fourth one is most appropriate one. Teachers can help students learn better. Yes, you all are correct, right? Moving to the next question, question number 8. Which of the following is not a characteristic of good teacher? Which of the following is not a characteristic of good teacher? Teacher should have knowledgeable, teacher should be knowledgeable, teacher should be innovative, enthusiastic, but this is not compulsory, strict. It is not a characteristic of good teacher. So the second one, yes, Tejashwini, correct, because correct, Swarupa, correct, Sannidhi, correct, Sandra, yes, you all are correct. Moving to the next question, ninth one. In the class, student should. In the class, student should. This is 2022 PYQ. Students should be stopped to ask questions? No. Students should be discouraged to ask questions? Students should be motivated to ask questions? Yes. Students should not be allowed to ask questions. So the third one is the correct option. Yes. Next, moving to the question number 10. The quality of teaching is reflected by the The quality of teaching is reflected by the, this is also again 2022 PYQ, pass percentage of the students, attendance of students in the class, quality of questions asked by students, and duration of silence maintained in the class. You can clearly see the quality of questions asked by students. That is the parameter to judge the quality of teaching. So option 3. Moving to the next question. Question number 11. The most important function of a good teacher is to. Most important function of a good teacher is to encourage the students. Of course, that is function. Punish the students. Help students learn the subject. Help students to prepare for exam. Please do see, many of you are opting the first one, encourage the students. That is the function, but that is not most important function. Most important function should be related to his duty. It should not be in general. The most important function of a good teacher is to help the students to learn the subject. The third one, this is to help the students to learn the subject. Yeah, if this option was not available, then you can choose the first one. Based on the other one, you can choose the first one. But when they are given related to the subject learning, so that should be given priority. So now if you see overall in the first concept, that is attitude towards the education, children and teaching, approximately 11 questions we observe now. I feel out of 11 questions, most of you were able to answer for maximum questions. Only this question number 11 and 10, which was 2022 PYQ, somewhere confusion is there. Only in 2 questions. So overall, we can generalize that the attitude towards the education, children and learning process, you can easily manage. You can easily attend the questions with 100% confidence by going through the PYQ from the first area. So let us move to the next sector, that is second sector, interest in teaching. The second subtopic is interest in teaching. Moving to the first question in this, the quality of education in a school mainly depends on. In the second subtopic, the first PYQ from 2024, the quality of education in a school mainly depends on infrastructural facilities available in the school, adequate financial support, quality of management support, teachers management of students learning. Yes, Swarupa, Bhagyashri, Dev, Tejashwini, Ashu, you all are correct. The fourth one plays a major role to decide the quality of education in a school. Good. Moving to the question number 2, again from 2024 PYQ. Effective teaching means. Effective teaching means. You can see multiple options are included. First one, love, cooperation, sympathy, and encouragement given to students. Second one, corporal punishment, no. Third one, individualized instruction and open classroom discussion, yes. So, option 1 and 3 are suitable. So, that is The fourth option is the correct one. Fourth option is correct one. Good, Managna. Ananya, Bhagya. Moving to the next question, third. For a teacher, teaching a class with large strength, which of the following technique is best? For a teacher teaching a class with large strength, which of the following technique is the best? So when we have larger strength, we can have debates, we can have discussions, we can also have practicals. Of course, sometimes they can also include group work. Only group work alone with a lecture may be difficult. Group work with lecture will be difficult. Debate, discussions, practicals, and group work, they all are suitable to engage the larger strength. But generally, the lecture method and giving class notes, self study, asking questions, all these are not appropriate methods to engage larger strength. So, here consider the first one as the key, because lecture is not a suitable method. That is how you have to eliminate the second option. Lecture is not a suitable method. So first option is the correct one. Moving to the question number 4. For effective teaching, a teacher should. This is 2023 PYQ. Question number 4. For effective teacher, a teacher should take bath every day, write the main points on the black or white board, speak loudly as well as write main points on the black or white board, follow the timetable strictly. So for effective teaching, when you are teaching, you should loud enough to all the students. All the students should able to hear you, and you can write main points on the blackboard or whiteboard, whichever is available. So third one will be the most appropriate answer. Moving to the next question number 5. Again PYQ of 2023. Which of the following is a must for effective teaching? Which of the following is a must for effective teaching? A teacher should try to answer questions asked by students. A teacher should prepare his or her lesson before going to the class. A teacher may not write blackboard or whiteboard. A teacher should speak loudly so that students are able to hear him or her clearly. A teacher may sit on the table during teaching. So you can see, try to answer the questions asked by students is appropriate. Teacher should prepare lesson plan before going to class. Yes, that is also correct. May not write on blackboard. This is not appropriate. A teacher should speak loudly. Yes, just now we saw. Sit on table. This is not a good gesture. So overall, A, B, D. Option 1. Very good. Very good. Moving to the question number 6. Which of the following is not the effective method of teaching? Which of the following is not the effective method of teaching? It is a PYQ of 2022. Demonstration method, lecture method, inquiry based method, problem solving method. So out of all these, lecture method is not the effective method of teaching in the given list. Correct, correct. You all are correct. Stay till the completion of the video so that it will cover your complete teaching aptitude with additional content. With additional content. Question number 7. A child is motivated to learn more when there is. A child is motivated to learn more when there is no interference by the parents, more time provided by the teacher, positive feedback from the teacher, silent learning environment. So when a teacher provides positive feedback, it will motivate the student to learn more. Silent learning environment will not motivate. Teacher positive feedback will motivate. Yeah. Question number 8. The best way to introduce new topic by the teacher is. The best way to introduce new topic by the teacher is. So we can give a broader outline relating to day-to-day experience. So we can relate to the day-to-day experience relating to the previous knowledge. All three are the best ways to introduce new topic. So third option, good, very good, very good. Moving to the third subtopic, you can also see the second subtopic, that is interest in teaching. Most of the questions you are comfortably able to answer, and you can easily identify the right answer in the given options. So that means the first subtopic and second subtopics, you are more confident. You can 100% get out in these two. Now let us see the third component, that is leadership qualities and group management. The most common indicator of quality of school education is. Similar question was there. Now that was asked in a different way. The most common indicator of quality of school education is quality of classroom management by the teacher, achievement levels of students in the classroom, the quality of classroom environment, the quality of students' participation in school activities. Yeah, can you respond for this? The most common indicator of quality of school education. It depends on the quality of classroom environment. It depends on the quality of classroom environment. The third one. Next, moving to the question number 2. If a student interrupts the teacher in the class, then the teacher will ask her or him to. When a student interrupts the teacher in the class, then the teacher will ask her or him, leave the class, behave properly, give reason of one's behavior, do extra homework. Again, here also, we need to ask him to give the reason for that particular behavior. This will be the most appropriate gesture. Next, question number 3. Which of the following statement is correct? Which of the following statement is correct? Class 6th students can be taught better by class 8th students than the teacher. Only teachers can teach. Silence in the class is an indicator of good teaching. Noise reflects the bad classroom control. Yes, this is correct. For question number 3, noise reflects the bad classroom control. That is the most appropriate one. Right? Silence in the class is an indicator of good teaching. No. Silence in the class may be because the teacher might be more strict. That is also possible. The student might be afraid of the punishment. That is also possible. So silence in the class is not an indicator of good teaching. That is not a correct sentence here. So overall, in leadership qualities and in this subtopic, the questions are at basic level, but definitely you need to see the options clearly and able to identify the correct one by eliminating the wrong one. You should able to eliminate the wrong one so that you can find the suitable one. Moving to the emotional and social adjustment, the fourth subtopic. Question number 1. Which of the following is the most important factor affecting the development of students' personality? Can you respond? Which of the following is the most important factor affecting the development of students' personality, which is a 2024 PYQ? Discipline in the school, emotional climate at home, social orientation of peers and elders, inherited qualities of ancestor. See, please do understand the question. Which of the following is most important factor affecting the development of a student's personality? The development of students' personality. Discipline in the school, no. Social orientation of peers and elders, this is also not appropriate one. Inherited qualities of ancestors, no. This is emotional climate at home. The kind of emotional climate at home is the most important factor that will affect the students' personality development. It is option 2, Amma. Option 2, not the option 4. Something personality development is related to your close associatives, that is parents at home, the conditions of home, the emotional connect which you have with your elders. Next, moving to the question number 2. A student wants to admit his mistakes before his teacher. So here, a student wants to admit his mistakes before his teacher. But at the same time, he is afraid of being punished by the teacher. So he is afraid at that. Maybe the teacher may give punishment. So this condition is an example of, many of you are choosing 2. Yes, your option is correct. So what is this approach conflicting situation, approach avoidance conflicting situation? avoidance conflicting situation, and the fourth one, avoidance and approach conflicting situation. So let me give you some idea on this. You can see for your understanding, a small slide is presented. Approach concept. See, when you have two desirable goals, that means you have two targets, both are positive. So you are going to manage both parallelly, simultaneously. So that condition is called as conflict. The second one, approach avoidance. So you have one task, you want to do that, but you are also afraid of doing that. Just like the above question. That is approach avoidance concept. Avoidance. So you have two options. When you follow the both, they produce a negative impact. Both the options will produce a negative impact. So that is called avoidance. Double approach and avoidance. So when you have more than two or three goals, and which may have some positive, some negative, you will definitely have certain confusion to choose. So that is called approach and avoidance. So here in the question given is more suitable for the second one. Next, moving to the question number 3. So in further questions, we have included multiple content-oriented slides. In the first 4 topics, since they were very easy and you are able to easily guess the answer, and there is nothing to provide much information related to them. But the further session will have a lot of beautiful slides, which will definitely help you for the 2025 exam. Yeah, moving to the question number 3. At elementary level, the role played by parents should be proactive. During elementary level, parents should be proactive. They should not be neutral, negative, and sympathetic. They should be proactive. Moving to the next question 4. Question number 4. In communication, a major barrier to reception of messages. So when you are communicating with other person in communication, a major barrier to reception of message. Attitude of audience. Yes, when I am communicating, I may find easy or difficult. It depends on the attitude of the audience. Knowledge of the audience, no. Education level of the audience, no. Background of the audience. See, when you want to say something, whether it is going to be accepted or not, whether it is going to be implemented or not, it doesn't depend on their knowledge and education level and background. It depends on the person attitude of the audience. If the audience attitude is negative, obviously your communication may not serve the purpose. The first option is correct, Nana. Moving to the question number 5. A child is less likely to participate in group activities. So one student is less likely to participate in group activities due to lack of social adjustment, lack of emotional adjustment, lack of educational adjustment. It's mainly when you are unable to participate in group activities, it is because lack of social adjustment. Maybe he is unable to adjust with the peer group. Emotional adjustment. It is not due to educational adjustment, Amma. It is not due to educational adjustment. The student might be having the required knowledge. He might be having required knowledge, but because of the social adjustment and emotional adjustment. So please do consider 1 and 2. You should be very, very careful while choosing. Group activities. The question is not to evaluate his performance. If they say that if a child is performing lower, then you can see all three. There comes the educational adjustment majorly. A child is less likely to perform in group activity, performance. Then it comes to the educational adjustment. Here, participation itself in a group activity, in participation itself is not preferring. That is because of the lack of social adjustment and emotional adjustment. So please do see second option is correct one. So we have completed emotional and uh, social adjustments. Yeah, in this segment, questions are quite medium level. Most of the options seems to be similar. Some of you have selected different answer. I hope now you understood what exactly they are asking in the emotional and social adjustment. And the same way in 2025 paper also, please see the question clearly. Which term is playing a major role in the question? Based on that, your option should be. Now moving to the next subtopic, intrapersonal and interpersonal skills. Question number 1. Which of the following is most influential factor in learning? Which of the following is most influential factor in learning? Qualification of the teacher? No. The resource available in the school? Teachers' empathy for the children? Teachers' length of experience? See, empathy means the ability of a person, ability of a teacher to understand the student's needs, student's requirements, student feelings. That will show most impact on the learning process. Yes, the third one is correct. Next, moving to the question number 2. In case the teacher is not able to answer the question asked by the student, in case the teacher is not able to answer the question asked by the students. For example, if you ask a question to me, if I am unable to answer the question, what should I do? Feel sorry that she could not answer the question? No, not required. Tell students not to ask questions? No. Say that the question is wrong? No. Consulting the books after referring. Good, good. Question number 3, which is a PYQ of 2023 again. In the process of learning, motivation, what is the role of motivation? So, in the process of learning, motivation makes learner think unidirectional. No, motivation will not allow them to think unidirectional. It will encourage the diversified thinking. Sharpens the memory of learners, makes learners to differentiate new concepts from old concepts, create interest for learning among learners. Yes, Dev, Tejashwini, Disha, you are correct. You are correct. So it is fourth option. Motivation will create interest for learning among the learners. That's the major role of the motivation in teaching. Good, good, good. Moving to the next question, question number 4. The children in the classroom can be considered to be motivated if the children in the classroom can be considered to be motivated if they maintain silence in the classroom. No, they have regularly dressed in the class uniform. Notification from teachers. Yeah, this we can consider. Fourth one. Yes, yes, you all are correct. All are correct. Question number 5. Moving to the question number 5. Good. Good. You all are correct. Which of the following skill is an intrapersonal skill? Question number 5. Which of skills is an intrapersonal skill? Intrapersonal, within, reflection, working in a team, collaborating and cooperative learning. You are going to, you know, interact with the others, interpersonal, that is, one to one. Reflecting is your own, intrapersonal. Moving to the question number 6. During classroom discussion, a teacher often pays more attention to boys than girls. So during classroom discussion, a teacher is often pays more attention to boys than girls. So that clearly shows correct. Correct. Moving to the next subtopic, I think the previous one also was quite comfortable. Most of you were able to answer. Now moving to the next subtopic, that is digital initiatives and pedagogy. In that question, which is 2023 PYQ from 2024. In 2024, not even a single question asked from this. So there is a high probability to ask question from this area in 2025. So which of the following is input device in computer? So 100% these kind of questions must, you cannot guess an answer. So you should have a solid content to answer these questions. That's why we also prepared one slide to give you a clarity on input and output devices in computer. You can see the list of input as well as output devices. Keyboard, mouse, scanner, etc. These are input devices. Output, monitor, printer, speaker, etc. These are output devices. So overall here, option 2 is an output device. Maybe the question pattern in the, so you can focus. You can also, if you require, you can take the screenshot of this, and you can also make some, flashcard type, and you can memorize these things. Moving to the question number 2. For teaching purpose, type of computer used. For teaching purpose, the type of computer used is yeah. Anyone? Digital. Digital. It is digital computer. Again to differentiate between digital, analog, hybrid. We are given a slide here. You can see analog and hybrid and the kind of data they have, operations they do, what will be the accuracy level of that. So digital will have high accuracy comparatively remaining. So for teaching, what are we using? Laptops, desktop. These are something digital computers. Slide is not clear. Oh, Now, it's not clear. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, let's move to the next question. All are correct. Information and communication technology. Please do remember this. Information and communication technology. Remember information and communication technology. Next, moving to the fourth question. Which of the following is not a learning resource? Educational toys, textbook, teaching methods, and video. So some of you, okay, some of you are identifying 4, 2, 1. But you see, learning resource, teaching method is not a learning resource. It is a teaching strategy. Methods used to teach. That is not the learning resource. Okay, that is strategy. Educational toys, textbooks, videos, they are learning resources. Methods are something different, strategies to teach. So third one is the correct one. Let's move to the next question. Segment is NEP 2020. Most awaiting part, NEP 2020 and school education. So if you see this subtopic on NEP 2020, the first question, 2024 PYQ. Education is in dash list of the Indian Constitution. Is in, so it comes under both central as well as state. Yes, yes. So for your better understanding, I also gave you what are the things available, what are the areas available in union list, state list, and concurrent list. Union, that is central. Foreign affairs, rights, etc. These are available under union government. There are 100 entities under union. It's not clear. One second, one second. Let me. Now, yeah, please see. Now also no. Okay, 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 okay. Anyway, for you people, I will be sharing the slide once again. Let me just continue with. Okay. So here under concurrent list, education, forest, marriage, criminal law, etc. These are under concurrent list. So please do remember possibility to ask this. Next, moving to the next question. Question number 2. Question number 2. Article 45 under the directive principles of state policy in the Indian Constitution provides for. So this mainly focus on the early childhood care and education to children. You can see mostly, yeah, maybe you are unable to see. See the Article 45 was revised by 86th Amendment, and now it focuses on ECCE. ECCE is the important one. Okay. And that ECCE is related to NEP 2020 goal through Balvatikas and Nipun Bharat. Already we did a separate class on Nipun Bharat itself. That time we discussed about what is the goal and how it is aligned to NEP 2020. Next, moving to the question number 3. What should be the underlying principle for assessment according to NEP 2020? What should be the underlying principle for assessment according to NEP 2020? Testing rote memorization, no. Encouraging learning of content. Optimizing learning and development for all students. And as optimize the learning and development for all students. Moving to the question number 4. IKS, Indian Knowledge System. System mentioned in NEP 2020 refers to learning about. So what does mean by IKS? Knowledge as enshrined in ancient Indian scripts, yes. More Indian education system, modern. The second one, moving to the question number 5. As per new education policy 2020, the age of preparatory the age of preparatory stage ranges from. So as we already discussed in the class, it is very, very important to know the stages, the different stages of the education structure as per NEP 2020, 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. The first 5 is called as foundational, the second 3 is called as preparatory, third 3 is called as middle, and 4 is known as secondary. And preparatory stage. So that is from class 3 to 5. The age group is from 8 to 11. 8 to 11, that is option 3 is correct. Good, good. You are correct. You are correct. Moving to the next question, question number 6. Question number 6. The chairperson of 20. You all know, yeah, Krishna Swami Kasturi Rangan, Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan. Question number 7. According to National Education Policy 2020, according to National Education Policy 2020, commander. Yes, just now. The structure of education as a NEP, as per NEP, National Education Policy 20. So this will be 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Just now we discussed 5 indicates foundational, 3 indicates preparatory, 3 indicates middle, and yeah, moving to the next concept, that is NCF SE 2023, National Curriculum Framework, School Education 2023. Question number 1. The National Curriculum Framework for Foundational Stage 2022 is developed by the Foundational Stage 2022 was developed by steering committees. National Steering Committee for NCERT, that is fourth, 2022 NCF NCF FS 2022 was by fourth. Next, question number 2. Which of the following is not an aim of school education according to the NCF for school education? So here comes NCF SC 2023. Which of the following is not an aim? Democratic participation, culture and social participation. Good. Question number 3. Which of the following develops the National Curriculum Framework for School Education? The next question is related to who develops NCFSE? NCFSE. Yes, correct, Dev. NCERT. NCERT is going to develop the NCFSE 2023. So now we have completed exactly 50%. The 50% weightage of the syllabus. The actual 50% weightage of the syllabus is completed. Now, this part, general awareness of contemporary issues pertaining to school education, approximately 50% of the weightage in so it is having its own importance, and also maybe guessing a right answer, sometimes we can eliminate and we can guess the answer. But in the general awareness of contemporary issues, a solid reason to select the right. Just give me 1 second. Let's move into the question number 1. Accept. Good, Sandra. Participation in community activities, helping people to solve their problem, sponsoring clubs and other school activities. But this is not taking interest in local expected quality. Moving to next question. SUPW stands. Yeah, I think in our group also, Shreyan has posted all these. SUPW stands good. Socially useful productive work. Socially useful productive work. You can see here we have given SUPW characteristics and different factors introduced by Aishwarya Bai Patel Committee 1977. Objectives: promotes Gandhian values, develop life skills, encourage community service, bridge the gap between the classroom teaching and practical applications. For which classes SUPW is allotted? Class 6th to 12th. Class 6 to 12th SUPW is allotted. What are the different activities planned? It can be vocational, yoga, community creative. So multiple activities are there under SUPW. So it is mainly aiming to provide a holistic development, a social responsibility, and to improve the skills of the learner. Let's move to the question number 3. At early stage of schooling, it is better to use mother tongue as medium of classroom transaction because at early stage of schooling, it is better to use mother tongue as medium of classroom transaction because it makes learning meaningful, it develops self-confidence in children, it helps in interaction with classmates, all of the above. Yeah, it definitely helps, makes learning meaningful, self-confidence development in children, and also helps in interaction with classmates. So we can choose all. Moving to the next question, question number 4. NCERT, National Council of Educational Research and Training, was established in the year. So our first class started with the history of NCERT. You all know that is 1961. 1961. This is also 2024 PYQ. You can see the latest year. So maybe this year we can expect some other constituents of the NCERT origin also. So for your understanding, we have given some information here. NCERT Foundation Day. NCERT Foundation Day is celebrated on September 1st. NCERT Foundation Day is celebrated on September 1st. That is 1st September 09. This is the NCERT Foundation Day. It is established in 1961. Of course, the registration of the society and the parliament announcing was happened just before, but you know, Foundation Day is considered as September 1st. Please do remember this point. There is a high chance to ask this in the this year exam. Next, moving to origin of NCERT constituents. You all know NCERT has its constituents bodies. The first one, NIE, National Institute of Education. Please do remember all the constituents of NCERT, including with NCERT. In between, you can see this OF. Sometimes they make you abbreviations of these. There is no constituent of NCERT with FOR. This is also one of the minor change. These all are with OF. You can see NIE, National Institute of Education, started 1961, just in the same time. NCERT, NIE, at the same place. Regional Institute of Education, RIE Ajmer and Bhopal, AB, both started in 1962. Mysore and Bhubaneswar, MB, both started in 1963. Then CIET, 1984. Then PSS CIVE, 1993. After that, NERI, Shillong, 1995. Now the new RIA which was started in Andhra Pradesh, Nellore, during 2024. This is in Andhra Pradesh, AP. This information you all should remember. Maybe the possibility of asking a question is high. So RI Nellore established in 2024 in AP. Let's move to the next question. Question number 5. The degree to which a test measures what it intends to measure. A degree to which a test measures what it intends to measure is called dash of the test. Validity of the test. It is validity of the test. What it intends to measure. If the test is measuring it intends to measure, so it is called its validity. Moving to the question number 6. Again the SUPW concept. In the same year you can see 2024, two questions came from SUPW concept. Previously, the question was SUPW stands for. Now the question is, yes, the concept of SUPW was proposed by, just now we told, Aishwar Bhai Patel Committee. Aishwar Bhai Patel Committee. Maybe this year they may ask, SUPW is implemented for which classes? 6 to 12. The classes are 6 to 12. Moving to the next question, question number 7. Who is or responsible for a student's failure to perform as expected? If a student fails to perform as expected, who are responsible? Student himself, of course, his contribution is there. Parents, yes, their contribution also there. Teachers, of course, their contribution also there. All of the above. So please do remember, you are going to become future teachers. If a student fail, it is the combined effect, combined success of the student, parent, as well as teachers. So all three components contribution is there when a student fails. Let's move to the question number 8. Which of the following are the most influential factors of learning? Which of the following are most influential factors of learning? Government policy, motivation, aptitude, interest, physical facilities. Motivation is, of course, factor. Aptitude is factor. Interest is a factor. So these three play an important role, important influencing factors of learning. So the second one, good, good, good. Question number 9. To make teachers accountable for students' learning. To make teachers accountable for students' learning, they should be given. This is again 2024. To make teachers accountable for students' learning, they should be given freedom in the selection of content and methods of teaching. Yes. Training in teaching and examining. Teachers should be given opportunities for professional growth. Teachers should be given transfer to places where they want to serve. This is wrong. This is also not appropriate for this. This is also not appropriate. Teachers should have a freedom in the selection of content and methods of teaching related to a particular chapter. So as per his students' needs, he need to prepare the lesson plan and execute the learning process. Yes, the first one is correct. Moving to question number 10. Child In the Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009 means, what is meant by child? As per the Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009, child, it can be a female or male who is having 6 to 14 years of age as per the Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009. So please do remember, it is an age group of 6 to 14 years, whether it is a male or female, they are considered child. So we have given a slide here related to the Right to Education Act, Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009. So enforcement begins from 2010 April, even though it is now announced, passed in the 2009 August, started from 2010 April 1. So Article 21A is related to the RTE Act. The main objective is to provide a compulsory, free and compulsory education for the children of 6 to 14 age group. Moving to the next question, question number 11. Children with special needs are referred to as children with special needs, children with disability, children of the disadvantaged social groups, children of the conflict affected areas, all of the above. They all are considered children with special needs, CWSM. Even related to CWSN also, we are given a content which will be useful to remember. Moving to the next question, question number 12. The nodal agency for implementation, monitoring and valuation of Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan RMSA at the national level. So RMSA at national level, who is going to maintain? Yes, you all are correct. It's first one, NCERT. Related to RMSA also, we have given a content slide which was launched in 2009 by Minister of Education. RMSA was launched in the 2009 by Minister of Education with an aim of universal access to quality education as well as retention of students, reducing the school dropouts. Now the RMSA merged with Samagra Shiksha. RMSA merged with Samagra Shiksha in 2018. That also we will discuss in the further slide. So in the further we can see the three groups, the three different components which were actually working for the school education. SSA Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, which was launched during 2001. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, which was launched during 2001, mainly focused on class 1 to 8. That is also merged with Samagra Shiksha now in the 2018. RMSA, which was launched during 2009, This was focusing on class 9 to 10. This is also merged with Samagra Shiksha in 2018. So now Samagra Shiksha is the effective 2018 it is launched. Both SSA and RMSA merged together and it is converted into Samagra Shiksha in 2018. So this will take care from pre-primary to class 12. Pre-primary to class 12. That is together 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 together. This is the active scheme which is running now. So there is a high chance to ask question on these three. So please do remember. Next moving to question number 13. Question number 13. Teachers often need assessment that compares a student's performance to a specific well-defined content domain. So teachers often need assessment that compares a student's performance to a specific well-defined content domain. In this case, the what do they employ? The criterion referenced testing. Moving to the next question, which of the following best reflects the essence of teacher empowerment? Which of the following best reflects the essence of teacher empowerment? Allowing the teachers to focus on teaching without involvement in decision making process. Providing teachers with opportunities to actively participate in setting school goals and policies. Implementing rigid guidelines? No. Assigning tasks to teachers irrespective of their individual capacity? No. So, providing teachers with opportunities to actively participate in setting school goals and policies, that will definitely uh, best reflects the essence of teacher empowerment. Moving to the next question, question number 15. This is 2023 PYQ. So, till now, whatever we discussed, they are PYQs of 2024. From the last subtopic, they all are 14 questions are from PYQs of 2024. Now we entered into PYQs of 2023. The major responsibility entrusted to school personnel is that the major responsibility entrusted to school personnel is that harmonize the needs of students and the demands of the society for the benefit of both. Yes, of course. Makes the student capable to get job. This is not the major. Prepares the school program according to the need of the students. No. Make the student pass the examination. This is also not the object. The first one is the correct object. Moving to question number 16. Gifted students are. Gifted students are. Independent in their judgment. Yes. Independent learners. Yes. So both 1 and 2. 1 and 2 can be considered. Good. Good Bhagya. Good Suchitra, Tejashwini. Good. Moving to question number 17. Question number 17. Which of the following are concepts? Which of the following are concepts? Mohan, fruits, energy, prime number, private schools. So which are concepts? Mohan is a noun. This is not a concept. This is a name. Fruit is a concept. Energy is a concept. Prime numbers is a concept. Private schools is a category. Private school is not a concept, it is a category. So the third one is correct. Private school is not a concept, it is a category. Government schools, private schools, these are two categories. Next, moving to the question number 18. NCERT stands for NCERT. Yes, as I already told you, National Council of Educational Research and Training. You can also see the first one, National Council for Educational Research and Training. Some students may select the first one. So NCRT is National Council of Educational Research and Training. Moving to question number 19. At primary level, the most appropriate teaching strategy is at primary level, the most appropriate teaching strategy is storytelling, visual textbooks, self learning, lecture. So, obviously, for a primary student, storytelling will be a most appropriate teaching strategy. Yes, you all are correct. Correct, Bhagya. Correct, Swagat. Next question number 20. Question number 20. While studying using table lamp, the light should fall on the while studying using table lamp, the light should fall on the face of the reader. No. Page of the book being read by the person. Yes, this will be the appropriate one. Back of the reader, head of the reader is not the appropriate. So second one is the correct one. Yes, yes, yes. Moving to the question number 21. Question number 21. Child centered education involves child centered education involves children sitting in the middle of the classroom. No. Hands on activities for children. Learning in a restricted classroom. Activities that do not include play. The second one, hands on activities for children. That is the characteristic of child centered education. Yes. Moving to the question number 22. Question number 22. AICTE stands for AICTE, All India Center for Technical Education. This is for All India Center for Technical Education. All India Council All India Council of Technical Education, Allahabad Institute of Computer and Technical Education, All India Council for Technical Education. Yeah, AICTE stands for. Many of you are identifying the second one. Second one. Second one. Many of you are identifying second one. That's what. See, this is not off. This is for All India Council for Technical Education. All India Council for Technical Education. Fourth one is correct. Yes, Madan. Yes, you are right. Ankita, correct. Madan and Ankita, correct. Tejashwini, yes, fourth one is correct. All India Council for Technical Education. This is the correct one. See, I'll show you one more slide where you can easily remember this. The abbreviations which includes OF, the abbreviations which includes FOR. Next, moving to question number 23. Which of the following belongs to affective domain? Bloom's taxonomy, cognitive domain, affective domain, psychomotor domain. So, which of the following belongs to affective domain? Motivation, vocabulary, interest, expression power, anxiety, physical fitness. Affective domain, yes, motivation, interest, something feelings, which are related to your feelings, expression power. So ACD will be the most uh, correct one. Next, coming to the question number 21. LNIPE stands for. This was asked in 2023. LNIPE. Lakshmi Bai National Institute of Physical Education, Loknath Institute of Physical Education, Lal Narayan Institute of Physical Education, Lal Bahadur National Institute of Physical Education. This is the first one, Amma. Yes, you all are correct. Correct. Lakshmi Bai National Institute of Physical Education. So you can see in 2024 as well as 2023, at least one or two questions are there on abbreviation based. 100% question, abbreviation based, and you cannot exactly guess which term is going to be asked. So unless and until you are not sure, unless and until you are not 100% sure about this abbreviation, please do not attempt that question and lose 0.5 marks. See, your 0.5 marks also matters a lot for the selection. Exclusively for these questions where abbreviation based, if you know exactly, then you attend. Do not guess and attend. Moving to question number 25. These are PYQs of 2022. So we have completed first 2024 PYQ, then still, of course, this is also 2023. Now we are moving, now we are doing the 2023 PYQ. This is also a PYQ of 2023, L1. Which of the following does not belong to projected aids? Does not belong to projected aids. Overhead projector, slide projector, whiteboard, epidiascope. So you can see whiteboard. Whiteboard is not a projector. So directly we can identify the second one. Yeah, Swagat, cutoff mark for RIE Bhubaneswar. See, Swagat, of course, this is not a right platform to discuss about the cutoff marks, but still, see, the cutoff marks mainly depends on the total number of candidates applied, top score, on the number of seats available in each category. So these three are going to decide, and that no one can guess. If I guess something and say this is what the cutoff mark, I am going to bluff you, and you should not believe that. Right. So moving to the next question. Question number 26. Question number 26. Which of the following is not part of an experiment? Not the part of an experiment. Experiment includes observation, treatment, and control, but not the content analysis. This is not the part. This is not the part of an experiment. The fourth one is not the part of an experiment. To make you better understanding, to understand this, I added one more content slide. Please see this. Please see the content slide. The experimental design includes observation, treatment, and control, but not the content analysis. I hope the screen is very clear. You can have a screenshot and you can remember this. OTC, observation, treatment, and control. These are the components of experimental design. Moving to question number 27. Question number 27. While writing on board, the teacher should stand on the left hand side of the board if she or he writes with the right hand. Can stand anywhere? No. Can stand in the middle of the board? No. Should not keep in mind the position of her or his standing. This is also not correct. So obviously the first one. The teacher should stand on the left hand side if you are using your right hand. The last question of the 2023. Still we have another 14 questions from 2022. So 2023 last PYQ. Which of the following are objects? They're asking about objects. Noun is not an object. Chair is an object. Glass is an object. Pen is an object. Thermometer an object. Fruits is a category. Fruits is a category. If they give, if they give something apple, then comes it is an object. Fruit is a common name. It's a category. So B, D, E, F. The second one. Yes, you all are correct. You all are correct. Good. Moving to question number 29. Yeah, here you can see this is a PYQ starting from 2022. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan SSA is a flagship program for children to get universal. As you know, in the previous slide, I showed you the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan SSA meant for elementary education. Yes, yes, yes. You are correct. It's meant for elementary education. 1 to 8th class. 1 to 8th class and 9th to 10th. The other part. Next, coming to question number 30. Question number 30. Meaningful learning process does not include. Meaningful learning process does not include. Instruction and teacher support, of course, it will be there. Exploration and teacher interaction, it is also there. Repetition practice, yes, this will also be there. Memorization and recall, it is not compulsory. Memorization and recall is not compulsory for this meaningful learning process. Yes. Moving to question number 31. Students proposing multiple solutions of a problem is. Students proposing multiple solutions of a single problem. So when you are able to provide multiple solutions to a single problem, obviously you are a creative thinker, convergent thinker. When you have multiple solutions, all combined, you will going to combine and provide one. So the first one is correct. Moving to the question number 32. Good, 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 all of you. Question number 32. Teaching effectiveness is assessed in terms of. Teaching effectiveness is assessed in terms of learning outcomes of students, use of effective teaching aids, attitude of students towards teacher, posture of students. So obviously the teaching effectiveness is assessed in terms of learning outcomes of the students. Learning outcome. Attitude of students towards teacher. It is not the teaching effectiveness. Teaching effectiveness is not assessed based on that. Learning outcome of the student is good, then teaching is effective. Yeah. Question number 1. Tejashwini and Gandharvini. Super. Super. Gandharvini is doing great actually. I was seeing her exams. She attended almost all mock tests whichever we have given. She is maintaining a good consistency in scoring. Next question number 33. The present chairman of UGC. The present chairman of UGC, University Grant Commission. The present chairman of UGC. Yeah, Niduna. Niduna, you are correct. You are correct. So now, latest, the current chairman of the UGC is Dr. Vineet Joshi. Okay? He is Dr. Vineet Joshi. Previously it was Jagadish Kumar. Previously it was Jagadish Kumar. Now recently in the April month, the new chairman has taken in charge, that is Vineet Joshi. So please do remember, there is a high probability to ask this. This was asked in 2022. Now recently it was changed. There is a high probability to ask this. Vineet Joshi. Next, moving to question number 34. Question number 34. The primary characteristics of children with dyslexia includes. The primary characteristics of children with dyslexia includes. So obviously it is inability to read fluently. Correct. You are correct. Right. So to understand this learning disorders, again, we have given a slide. We have given a slide which shows you the learning disorders: dyslexia, dysgraphia, dyscalculia, and dyspraxia, ADHD, auditory processing disorder APD, visual processing disorder VPD, NLD, non-verbal learning disorder. So you can see all total 16 names have been given. Please do remember specific learning disabilities, SLD. The last one, specific learning disability, includes dyslexia, dysgraphia, dyscalculia. Together it is called as specific learning disabilities. Now moving to the question number 35. The aim of National Council for Teacher Education, NCTA. Please do remember this, NCTA. This is abbreviation with for FR. The aim of National Council for Teacher Education to open new colleges of education, to maintain standards in colleges of education. Yes, this one. So NCTE mainly focuses on maintaining standards in education colleges, which are mainly B.Ed, M.Ed, D.Ed, all these educational colleges. They set the standards for the colleges. So I have given one more information here after 35 question. Prominent institutions, their full form, their abbreviation, and also their focused area. What is the major objective? Objective is also covered. That is NCERT is covered, NCTE, UGC, AICTE, Rehabilitation Council of India, RCI, NMC, National Medical Council. So we have given some important areas. This also may help you for this year exam. Moving to the question number 36. Question number 36. According to Indian Constitution, education is in, again it is a repeated question which was asked previously in 2024. It was also asked in 2022 multiple times. So option 3, correct. As I already told you, As I already told you, I have given the additional slide to understand the union list, state list, and concurrent list. Here also we have placed education, forest, marriage, criminal law, etc. These are some of the areas of concurrent list. Moving to the next question, question number 37. Which of the following is the lowest cognitive domain? Lowest cognitive domain. Yes, because Niduna, correct. Devrat, correct. Yes, Disha, correct. So, knowledge. This is the lowest cognitive domain. For your understanding, I also gave you the Bloom's taxonomy, different levels of cognitive domain. Whatever we mentioned here, they all are related to cognitive domain. Levels of cognitive domain. The Bloom's taxonomy is revised according to the latest one. The knowledge has been renamed as remember, action form. Remember, next understand, second level, then apply, third level, analyze, evaluate, and create is at the top level. The lowest level is remember, which is equal to knowledge. Remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. The top level is creation. So this is called as action form. Previously, noun, knowledge, etc. They are in the noun form. So previous form was noun form. Now it is action form, verb form. I also give here the second part, affective domain, emotion based. Affective domain uh, categories. You can see at the lowest receiving part is there, at the lowest receiving, then responding, then valuing, organizing, and characterizing. Characterizing is at the apex, topmost. Receiving is at the lowest. Lowest in the affective domain is receiving, highest in the affective domain is characterizing. Please do remember this Bloom's taxonomy, cognitive domain, affective domain. The third one, psychomotor domain, skill based. Psychomotor domain, skill based. You can see perception, set, guided response, mechanism, complex overt response, adaptation, organization. So these are the steps in psychomotor domain. So overall three domains. Psychomotor is related to skill based, activity based. Let's move to the 38 question. Next question. The physical facilities in a classroom include the physical facilities in a classroom include adequate lighting, proper ventilation, sitting facilities, all of them, of course. Yes, yes, you all are right, 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 all of them. Next, moving to question number 39. Sorry. Universities imparting education only at the central campus are called. So, universities imparting education only at the central campuses are known as central universities. Of course, it is central universities. Deemed university also can, impart education at different centers. Open universities without center also. So central universities are the one which are imparting education only at their central campus. Moving to the question number 40. Which of the following question is at understanding level? According to Bloom's taxonomy, at understanding level. Add 5 pens plus 3 pencils. 5 plus 3. This is application level. Define noun. What is the unit of force in MK system? Name the capital of Russia. This is knowledge level. These two are knowledge level. Define noun. This is something understanding. This is application. Add 5 plus 3 is application. So second one is understanding level. So please do, when you come across these kind of questions, cognitive, affective, psychomotor domain, and also mostly the possibility of asking question is on cognitive domain, knowledge based, understanding, application. You just see when there is a define something, that means you need to understand to define that. Moving to the question number 41. JNV, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas are primarily established for students belongs to. Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas are primarily established for students belongs to. JNVs are established so most of you are opting for 3. I will show you one more slide. And then we'll come back to the answer. So please do see here in my next slide. I have given most prestigious schools which are run under central government of India. The KGBB, EMRS, JNV, KVS and DMS. You see JNV, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, which takes from class 6th to 12th under Ministry of Education. This is meant for talented rural children. It is not based on your economical condition. JNVs are not going to stop your admission just because your parents are rich. They give admission based on the test which you have written. If you are qualified, it is mainly for rural children. Rural children. Entrance based, residential. Of course, usually economically backward students may go in majority, but it is not the criteria. So the only criteria is it is rural. It is not for urban. Do you understand? So 41 question is mainly rural areas. The second one, not the third one. Not the third one. So you have very close, options. Then you should choose the right one. So the second one is right. Of course, this slide also will be useful for you. Sometimes they are asking question on the KGBV, Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya. Sometimes on Ekalavya Model Residential Schools, EMRS, Ekalavya Model Residential Schools, and JNV, KVS Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangatan, DMS Demonstration Multipurpose School. So you just see KGBV, Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya, also take class 6th to 12th under Ministry of Education. This is meant for disadvantaged girls, the girls who are belongs to educationally backward blocks, EBBS. It may be SC, it may be ST, it may be OBC. Educationally backward blocks, EBBS. So please do remember. EMRS, Ekalavya Model Residential School. The second one, Ekalavya Model Residential School, which also take from class 6th to 12th. This school is under Ministry of Tribal Affairs. The remaining all schools are under Ministry of Education, but EMRS is under Ministry of Tribal Affairs. This is something new. This is exclusively for tribal children, tribal ST children who are basically notified present in the notified areas as a tribal. JNV for rural students. KVS includes 1 to 12th. KVS has 1 to 12th. This is mainly for central government employees and also children of the locality based on the vacancy available. Next, the last one, DMS, Demonstration Multi-Purpose School. Demonstration Multi-Purpose School located only in all RIEs except RIE Nellore, RIE Mysore, RIE Ajmer, RIE Bhubaneswar, RIE Bhopal. They all have DMS, Demonstration Multi-Purpose Schools, which has from preschool to 12. Preschool also started as per the NEP 2020. So these are present at NCERT and Regional Institute of Educations. They serve as lab schools for teacher preparation. So let's move to the next question. Question number 42. The expanded form of NIOS. The expanded form of NIOS. Yes, yes, correct. You are correct. I think Bhagyashree. Bhagyashree is selected two. Bhagyashree. It is for Nana. Schooling. It is schooling. Fourth option. And Dev, third one. No. No. It is National Institute of Open Schooling. Yeah. Next slide. We have given one more important slide where in the abbreviation it is including OF of or FOR for. Some abbreviations are including OF, some abbreviations are including FOR. NCERT, NIOS, NIEPA, CIET, all NCERT components, they all are with off. For NC, NCPCR, NCFTE, AICTE, these are for. Next, of course, you all are already in the crash course, and almost you are getting everyday class and also the DPPs and mock test. I see very few students are attending the mock test on daily basis. Please do attend the mock test. I can see Gandharvini is consistently performing, and the other people, yeah, sometimes they are attending, sometimes they are not attending. Similarly, you can see, I can see the comments of many students for our videos. For our videos, they are appreciating. Yes, we are very happy for your support and appreciation. But most of them have not yet subscribed. You can see the number here, 515. Please do subscribe. If you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. Please do refer to your friends. And in coming days, we also give information about all possible exams at 12th class level. It's not only about RIE CEE. We also provide information about all possible exams that can be NCERT, CUET, IMU CET, AYUSH, JEE, NEET. So we do provide all possible exams information and content related to that. Please do, please do, refer to subscribe the channel for getting more quality information. So thank you all for attending the session. Thank you all for attending the session. I think when is the result of NCET? Hope I think today it is announced. It is already announced. I also did not check the portal, but I came to know that it is announced. I have to cross check once again. Yeah, thank you all. Thank you, Madan, thank you, Manya, thank you, Gandharvan, thank you, Manogna, thank you, Sandra, thank you all.